Good evening everyone, welcome back to my channel and to episode 18 of this Rams franchise. I got salty last episode, there was a lot of swearing, I was angry. I'm over that now though, and as you can see we are in the playoffs, we're in the Wildcard round. We won the division, our first NFC West title of this series, and we are playing at home against the 49ers in the first round of the playoffs. As you can see there in the overall ranks, we are a far better team than the San Francisco 49ers. We scored the second most points per game throughout the season, the 10th best passing offence, and obviously the number one rushing offence with Emmanuel Wiggins. And our defence is so much better than theirs as well, allowing 21.9 points a game. Our defensive passing yards only allowing 203 yards a game and only allowing 113 rushing yards a game. Obviously not amazing, especially the rushing, allowing over 100 a game is pretty poor. We're directly in the middle of the road for the NFL, but that is a lot better than the 49ers, and hopefully Wiggins can run all over them today. Now we know the 49ers, we've played against them a few times, so we'll just quickly go through their team on a scouting report because we know what they're about, so we'll quickly go through. Obviously still got Purdy as their QB, 80 overall, nothing amazing but still pretty decent. Running back CMC obviously still there, 90 overall, what a stud. Wide receiver room, still two amazing receivers in Samuel and Ayuk, both superstars, both mid-90s. They're going to cause us some problems today maybe. Kittle still there at the tight end, so they got a four-headed monster. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle and CMC. Offensive line is still going to be good. Dodson 80. Reed is actually injured, so we've got 65 left guard, that's something we can look to exploit. 75 centre. Right guard superstar 79, and their rookie, good for them. I'd love a superstar lineman, but we don't have one. And Caleb McGarry 78 right tackle. Defense, Russ Starks 77 left defensive end. They've still got Nick Bosa 99 overall X factor. Hopefully our O-line can contain him because he is incredible. Defensive tackle Marlon Davidson and DJ Jones, well he's out injured, so it'll be Bobby Brown III. Not particularly amazing. D Winters left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, the amazing, the incredible Fred Warner, best middle linebacker in the league. And Dre Greenlaw, pass rusher, superstar 90. Corner room, Trevarius Ward 89. Lenoir 80 and Moss 77. And then the free safety room, McIntosh 81 and Hufanga 95. So, overall the 49ers are a solid team, but we're better than them. We can beat them at home in the first round of the playoff. Let's make our way toward the Super Bowl. So we start with the ball in this game, and hopefully we can get some early points on the board. Quick little pass by Hopkins, but it is incomplete, and that was going to be behind the line of scrimmage, so I'm kind of glad that that wasn't complete. So first play, not too good. We can only go up from there, hopefully, as Wiggins gets shut down. It was going to be a TFL, but he's able to grind his big legs forward to make sure it's not a loss. But are we looking at an early 3-and-out in this playoff game? Hopefully not. Hopefully we can do something, and we can. Hopkins finds McCole Hardman for a nice 13-yard gain. So we know the San Fran D is not that great against the run, so hopefully we can utilise Wiggins a lot today and put a good hurting on the Niners, our divisional rivals. Show them that we are the best team in the NFC West. Hopefully that happens. Big ball downfield by Hopkins, unable to get to Waddle. That is a shame. If he'd have caught that, that was a touchdown. But we are now looking at a 3rd and 8. An opening touchdown there would have been awesome, but he makes up for his mistake and finds Waddle for a nice 24-yard gain. Into the 49ers half now at their 37-yard line. Going back to Wiggins. they've been able to contain him so far. The 49ers had a bit of a porous run D throughout the season, but on 3 rushing attempts they've only allowed Wiggins 1 yard. We need to buck that trend and we need to get him firing. But at the minute, Hopkins is throwing well, but that is broken up by Warner to leave us now on 3rd and 11. Can we capitalise here? Can we get forward? Wiggins gets the ball, unable to do much, only 6 yards, and Waddle gets injured, so we will be taking an early field goal. 49ers now get the ball. Can they respond with some points of their own, or are we going to be able to shut them down? As that was an easy drop there. I think that may have been Brandon Ayuk, and that was a terrible, terrible drop. Should have been a first down as well, but instead the 49ers looking at a 2nd and 10, 5 yards. The receiver gets out of bounds, leaving San Fran at a 3rd and 5. Now they are looking at an early 3 and out, or can they convert on 3rd down like we did? Puddy's got all the time in the world, and that is broken up. 3 and out, we get the ball back. Can we get some more points on the board? Get the ball to Wiggins. Is he able to do anything? No, just runs into Tyler Higbee, who had a nice block. And that is a shame. That could have broken for more. But Wiggins decided to give Higbee a hug from behind. He did a good job of that block, even though he's not really a blocking tight end. We will take that. But we won't take a pass break up there, leaving us staring at a 3rd and 5. It's been a good defensive showing by both teams so far early on in this game. Is the Niners D going to sharp well again, or can we convert? And there we go, we get picked off. Dre Greenlaw, San Fran get the ball starting in our half. The D is showing up. The Niners have good starting field position thanks to that interception. Can they capitalise on that? CMC gets a run. It looked like that was going to be going for more than 3 yards. We were able to contain him just a little bit. San Fran will be quite annoyed if they have to only settle for 3 here early on, and that is a good breakup. 3rd and 7. It will be a long field goal from here if they're unable to get any yards. Doesn't matter because Purdy throws an interception. We get the ball back. That was a great pick by Ernest Jones, who's had a stellar year, and that interception only makes things better. We get the ball back now. Can we capitalise on the interception as a nice 6-yard pass to McCole Hardman? Empty backfield for us here. We need 4 yards for a first down, which we are able to get. Cousins, the big tight end, safe hands. Throw the ball to him. There's not going to be many drops. He makes the catch. Fresh set of downs, and we move into the Niners half at the 40-yard line with a play fake there to Wiggins. Bosa was steaming in. Hopkins gets the ball off to McCole Hardman. We are down to the 9-yard line. If that was a second later, Bosa was going to have Hopkins on his arse, but luckily Hopkins was able to throw the ball away. 9-yard line, 1st and goal. We're going to give the ball to Wiggins, who gets a nice block, pushes forward and gets his first touchdown in a playoff game. Our first touchdown in a playoff game. Get in there. We are able to take advantage of the Niners' interception. Unlike them, they couldn't capitalise. So now we continue to add the pressure on and make sure the 49ers don't get anything. That was a good spin move there by Patterson, able to break forward for 9 yards when it looked like we would have had him for 3 or 4. So that was a very good run, giving the Niners a good opportunity here to convert and get a fresh set of downs. Purdy steps all the way back, tosses downfield, and that is broken up. A big 3rd and 1 upcoming for the Niners. They can't get off the field here. They need to try and respond to some points, and they are unable to. If we get any points here, it could be an absolute disaster for the 49ers. Yes, there's still the whole game to go, but going down 2 scores early on away from home, that could it could be very bad and painful for the 49ers as Wiggins gets stopped on first down and gets stopped on second down, this time for a loss. The 49ers run D is here to play. 3rd and 11. Joey Bosa has his X Factor active. Can we convert? Hopkins can. He finds Quez Watkins. Watkins is using his speed. He is gone. We are moving 17-0 up. Oh my god. To stay somewhat competitive in this game, the Niners have to get some points on this drive. As McCaffrey is only able to get 1 yard there. He's averaging 1 yard a carry. 3 attempts, 3 yards. This is not going well for the 49ers. What is Purdy able to do here? Tosses it downfield and nearly gets picked. Pass gets tipped and then it should have been picked by Foster. 3rd and 9. Are the Niners going to go 3 and out yet again? And is it going to have the ball firmly in our court? That was thrown horrendously off target. Purdy is rattled. The 49ers are rattled. We get the ball back. We couldn't have really asked for a better start. 17 points up in the first quarter. And Hopkins is able to find Watkins, who holds on after a couple of big hits. And already like that, we are marching back down the field. This 49ers D, which started off well, has struggled to contain us in the last couple of drives as Quez Watkins is up to 97 yards in the first quarter. Hopkins is approaching 200 yards. He started off poorly, threw that interception, but he is definitely back into the game now. 2nd and 4, Wiggins gets the ball and gets forward for 3 yards. We are looking at a 3rd and 1. Any points here and that'll be the first nail in the coffin for the 49ers. For that we have to convert, which we do. 1st and 10 up to the Niners 40-yard line. Tell you what, we've not seen Selvey for a while. He's not injured. Wiggins has just got the stamina to keep playing. Not that I am complaining. He's had an absolutely stellar season. As Cousins had the ball for about a second before it was knocked clean. And we are now looking at a 2nd and 10. Is it going to be another pass? It is. Hopkins surveying the field. Unable to really do anything there. I believe we're just outside field goal range at the minute, so we'd need a few more yards to score a field goal. Hopkins has the time scanning and tosses the ball away as he was about to get taken down. We're going for a long field goal. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us. Can Jake Elliott score 3 points from here? And he does not. Yes, he does. I was being blind. So Jake Elliott did able to convert on that long field goal. We are 20 points up in the first quarter. This has been a brilliant start. And can we sack Purdy here? No, we can't. He has to throw it away. Avril was all over him. That sack was milliseconds away from being counted. Purdy has to launch it. He is 1 for 9 with an interception and 5 yards. It has been absolutely awful from the Niners. Our defense have been all over them, and that is the end of the first quarter. Are the Niners going to give the ball right back to us? Swanson nearly gets Shedder's blocker, and we do. 4th and 9. Well, I don't want to be all big-headed and confident, but I think if we score some points here, it will be very close to game over. Our running offense hasn't been too good, but our passing has been pretty awesome with Hopkins. And our D has totally shut down the 49ers as there's another big gain there to McCole Hardman. Hopkins is over 200 passing yards and we just started the second quarter. The 49ers cannot stop us. Imagine if you're a 49ers fan in this ground watching this game. You'd be fuming, watching your team absolutely suck whilst getting diced up by the offense of this Los Angeles Rams teams. Hopkins with another completion there to Cousins and another first down. The 49ers are struggling to stop us as we head toward their end zone. We are at the 32-yard line. Can we get any closer? No, we can't, because Hopkins throws an interception. Dre Greenlaw with the second of his game. Could this be the spark that the 49ers needed to get back in this game? Niners now. 1st and 10 on their 33-yard line. Purdy's going to throw. Can he get a completion? No, he cannot. He is 1 for 11 for 5 yards and an interception. He is struggling against us, and long may that continue. Can we get to him? No, they're going to hand the ball off to Mason, who can't get forward for a yard. Makes it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Is this going to be like the 4th 3 and out in a row for the 49ers if we can stop him? Doesn't matter, because Purdy finally makes another completion, and the 49ers get a first down for the first time in many, many attempts. However, Josh Swanson does have his X Factor active, which means he's going to be more dangerous, and hopefully he can make the 49ers' life a living hell. Debo with his second catch, he is up to 22 yards. 2nd and 5, they are made it into our half at our 45-yard line. Purdy goes deep and unable to complete the pass. 3rd and 5, the Niners need to complete this. It's going to be a play fake to CMC. Purdy had to just throw it away. He was about to get speared into next week. Another punt by the 49ers. We start on our 27-yard line after a pretty poor punt from the 49ers, considering where they were punting from. Wiggins gets 4 for 2 yards, but he has been quite ineffective so far. Maybe I'd like to see Selvey get involved, because Wiggins is obviously having a bit of a hard time. Hopkins finds Cousins, who gets hit and unable to control the ball. 3rd and 8 now. Can we get the 8 yards required? Hopkins moves back and he gets picked off yet again. And is that Dre Greenlaw? It is, for his 3rd interception in the game. What is going on? The 49ers haven't capitalised on either of the first 2 interceptions. Can they do it this time? They have to do it without CMC, at least for this play, as he gets off the field injured. 2nd and 10. Purdy finally gets a completion again, as we now lose Josh Swanson, which is a shame. Our best defensive player doesn't look to be too hurt on the sidelines though. Maybe just take a couple of plays off, as the 49ers are looking at a 3rd and 1. They desperately need this conversion. Hopefully we can stop him. We get a fumble and we get a recovery. We get the ball back. Thank you very much. Right, if you could not throw an interception this drive, please, Hopkins, I would appreciate that. Don't really want you throwing 4 interceptions in the first half, please, as he scrambles forward for 5 yards. Let's go, come on. Let's be smart, let's try and get a first down here. We're unable to. We get 3 yards there. We are looking at a 3rd and 2. So at the minute, Hardman and Watkins are the ones feasting in this offense. I don't even think Waddle's got a catch yet, as Cousins gets another. The clock has ticked just under 6 minutes left in this first half. Can we get some more points on the board and make it 23-0? Wiggins gets the ball, 2 yards on the catch there. We're starting to use him more in the passing game, so might have to put some points into receiving back, just help improve his catching, just to make him that little bit more dangerous, considering how he's mainly just used as a guy to just barge down truck defenders. But if we're going to use him more, let's get his catching up. Hopkins with a wayward pass, and we have to punt the ball again. The 49ers have been terrible on offense so far. Can they get anything going, as yet another breakup, another incompletion? But Swanson is back on the field, so it obviously wasn't a serious injury. However, Christian McCaffrey still not in the backfield for the 49ers as we blitz, and Baker gets straight through, untouched from middle linebacker, taking Purdy down. 3rd and 17. Yes, we would like to make the 49ers go 3 now. Swanson, completely unguarded. He gets a sack. 4th and 27. The 49ers are in absolute shambles. We have great starting position on their 48-yard line. Let's not squander this. Let's try and get some more points on the board, shall we? Starting with a good 7-yard gain with a pass to McCole Hardman, leaving us 2nd and 3. Out to Wiggins, who finally gets forward for a nice little gain. And we are down to the 49ers 37-yard line and a fresh set of downs. Hand off back to Wiggins, who's not been too effective, although he's just under 50 yards for the first half, which isn't too bad. They were holding him before this drive, but a good few runs have got Wiggins up to a respectable total. 2nd and 5, and that pass is complete to Willis, who is our, I think he's our 4th string receiver and our kick returner. You'll remember him as the guy who got 3 kick returns in one game earlier on this season. 2-minute warning, been and gone, and we are starting on the 25-yard line. Wiggins to Quez, who holds on that, should put Quez up to over 100 yards receiving on the day. Now there we go, 101 yards off 3 receptions for Quez Watkins. I've sent Wiggins out wide. Is he going to be a factor in the passing game? No, he is not. It was going to be McCole Hardman who drops the ball. 3rd and 6. Nothing silly here, and we will get some points on the board. I'll happily take 3 points at this stage just to keep the drive going, or throw an interception and to Treverius Ward, and 4 interceptions in the first half for Hopkins, so that's always nice. I suppose the only good thing about that is the 49ers have to start on their own 4-yard line. Hopefully we can stop them and do something at least, as CMC is still out of the game. And a nice 2-yard run to begin with. Can we get some pressure to Purdy? Can we get to him? Swanson is there, and that is a safety. The first safety of the series. Thank you very much, Brock Purdy. Thank you, Josh Swanson. 53 seconds left in the half. Can we go without throwing an interception? That's the challenge to Hopkins. And he gets to Cousins, who gets a 1st down, and we use our first timeout now at the Rams at our own 39-yard line. Cousins up to 43 yards on the day. Going to be a pass to Cousins, who can reel it in for a solid 5 yards. Come on, just quick, no huddle. We've still got 2 timeouts. We can get some points on the board here if we're quick and look a bit deep. Yeah, we've got the receivers for that. The 3 speed demons. Let's try and hit a big one here, Hopkins, and he is going for it. And that is absolutely phenomenal. McCole Hardman coming up big with the touchdown. This game is over. 9 seconds to go. The 49ers are going to try, so they're going to run with the ball. I imagine that's going to be it, unless they call a timeout. Okay, they're going to try. 5 seconds. It's got to be a Hail Mary now. Great opportunity for Swanson to record yet another sack. Avril was going for the sack. Make sure Purdy's just got to throw the ball away, and we move to the second half. The 49ers have to get points on this drive, and it looks like they are still without CMC. 29 points down away from home in the wildcard round. It's not looking too good for them, let's say. Purdy drops back, he's been chased all over, and Swanson is there to record his 3rd sack of the game, pushing the 49ers back to a 3rd and 22. They just cannot handle us. We are all over this 49ers team. And he's going to get sacked yet again as he can throw the ball away. He throws it away at the last possible second, as we had 4 players there converging on him. This game is over. We just need to make sure we play smart on offense and not throw any more interceptions, as the 49ers D is all over Wiggins there, making sure we lose 3 yards to have a 2nd and 13. Wiggins gets the ball again and is shut down yet again for no gain. 3rd and 13, it looks like we are going 3 and out. It would have been nice just to waste some clock, unless Hopkins can come up big here. He's going to scramble himself, and he's going to toss it downfield and gets picked yet again. Unbelievable. How have we been picked this many times and are leading 29-0? My God. Surely it's got to be some record, being picked 5 times and still winning the game. As Swanson was all over Purdy, forcing him just to launch the ball away. I'm going to have to look it up because, yeah, got to be some kind of record how many, the most times intercepted and still won, because we are looking at 5 interceptions and the 49ers have 0 points. As Swanson is all over Purdy again, and he gets picked. We force him to throw that interception as he was being chased. This offensive line of the 49ers just cannot handle us. There have been 8 turnovers in this game, and there's still plenty of time for more to happen. As McCole Hardman gets the ball yet again, and we are looking at a 2nd and inches. Hardman is at nearly 150 yards. Watkins is over 100 yards. What a day for a passing offense this has been for Hopkins. He is at 333 yards, 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. That is a crazy stat line, especially when we are winning so heavily. Six interceptions. Dre Greenlaw has 4. Don't know what to say really. So we need our D to yet again bail us out. Even though it's not really bailing us out considering how much we're winning by. But as he nearly gets picked, Avril had him, but Purdy gets the ball away in time. It's funny just watching how easy we can get through this 49ers offensive line, as that is another breakup. Purdy is 4 for 24. This might be the best defensive performance any team has ever had, and it's in a playoff game against one of our rivals. This needs to be videotaped and shown to teams all around the world. They're able to get a first down though, passing unbelievably, and CMC is still out. Mason is the lead back at the minute. Nothing to worry about with him though. I know this game is won. It's all about just getting there and seeing what other shenanigans happen during this game. Mason gets the ball back. He is stopped in his tracks. 3rd and 4. When is it going to be 4th down territory for the Niners? You'd like to think it's very, very soon. As Purdy makes another completion, although he did have a defender steaming at him. Gets it to Kittle for 8 yards and a fresh set of downs. As the Niners approach the halfway line, Mason gets forward for 1 yard. They are at the 48-yard line, 2nd and 9. Let's get some pressure to him. All the time in the world, how Swanson spears him and forces him to throw an interception to Trayvon Moehrig, who was, if he was able to get past that defender, that would have been a pick 6. 10 turnovers in this game. Are there going to be any more? You'd like to imagine so. Well, I don't want them, but considering how things are going so far, it'd be very hard to say that there won't be any more. Especially from Hopkins, who just seems to love throwing them, as Wiggins gets forward for a nice gain. 1st and 10 at the Niners 16-yard line. Hopkins is going to throw, and that could have been interception number 7 on the game for the 49ers. Which, when you say it like that, it is absolutely mental. But that is the life we are living at the minute. Wiggins, with the ball, only gets a single yard. A field goal is looking likely here, as we stare down the barrel of 3rd and 9. As long as Hopkins doesn't throw another interception, which is highly possible, as he scrambles. And you are joking. I honestly didn't think that would happen. He has thrown 7 interceptions in this playoff game. Holy fuck. Can the 49ers get points on the board this drive finally? After having 7 interceptions, can they actually do something? I don't think that's Brock Purdy, is it? Have they benched Purdy? Unless he got injured. But C and D, that's Deebo Samuel in the backfield. I saw the superstar and thought it was CMC, but it was just Deebo. Yeah, that is definitely not Purdy. I think Purdy may have got injured on that last throw, as he did get speared by Josh Swanson. It is P. Walker who was unable to make a completion, 4th and 6. I mean, I would have benched Hopkins by now. 7 interceptions, that isn't worthy of continuing to play in a playoff game. But, let's just keep him out there. Let's try to get his confidence back up, I guess. As Wiggins gets absolutely speared and clotheslined there by Davidson. 3rd and 9. Is it going to be a 3 and out? No, it's going to be the 8th pick of the game. Dre Greenlaw has 5 interceptions. What the fuck are we watching? Surely the 49ers capitalise here and get some points. They have to, right? I mean, they get a good opening gambit there with 5 yards on 1st down. But they've got to get points considering where they started from. Mason, though, loses 2 yards. 3rd and 6, but with the time dwindling down toward the 4th quarter, surely now this is 4th down territory if they can't convert here. Sharif Averill gets in for a big sack though. 49ers offensive line again struggling to hold us. 4th and 14, they are punting the ball. This truly is the most bizarre and interesting game I've ever watched in my life. I've never seen anything like it. All the sacks, all the turnovers, and just holding the 49ers to absolutely nothing, making Purdy play like absolute shit. As Wiggins holds on to the ball there, even he's getting involved in the receiving game when he's a power back like that. We are into the 49ers half now. Wiggins gets the ball back. Runs with it this time, gets forward for 6 yards, and he is on 69 yards on the day. Here we go. Now we're just going to be draining the clock down. Just keep giving it to Wiggins, let him run with it, get more yardage, and drain the clock down to about 8 minutes or so. I mean, we've proven that we can't really trust Hopkins throwing the ball anymore after his 8 interception game. You absolute loser. He is the definition of that Gattuso gif, or that Gattuso press conference. Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. As Bosa gets his first sack of the day, and we are looking at a 3rd and 16. Just give the ball to Wiggins. There we go. And we can punt the ball. Maybe attempt a field goal from this, which we are going to do. Jake Elliott, can he push us to a 32-0 lead? Kick is up and good. The 49ers down by 32 points in this playoff game. It's the most weird shit I've ever seen in my life. As Walker scrambles forward for 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Now we're in the 4th quarter. It very much will be 4th down anywhere on the field for the 49ers. They have to get points. They start 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. Walker was scrambling. He was about to get sacked. Has to throw the ball away, but that is broken up. CMC is still out. I'm guessing we're not going to see him for the rest of the game as Avril rocks up and gets his second sack of the game, forcing the 49ers to a 3rd and 16. What a performance that has been defensively for us. Walker runs and he gets taken down. Counts as a sack even though it was only for 1 yard. 4th and 17, and they have to go for it. Hopefully they don't convert. We don't want to give them any confidence. Walker's going to throw for it, and it is incomplete. That should have been a completion, but it was not. I am not complaining. We take over at the 49ers 24-yard line, and it is very much game over. And Hopkins gets a touchdown with Quez. And I think I will get to... I'll just cut to the end of the game now. We don't need to watch anymore. It is over. We go through to the next round. So the game ended 39-0. The 49ers weren't able to do anything else afterwards. Now, quick little thing. So, Devin Hopkins, 385 yards, 3 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. That is a new NFL record. The previous record for most interceptions and winning was 7, set by Washington back in 1941. So that record has been beaten. We own that. On one of the last plays of the game, though, Devin Hopkins scrambled forward and was injured. We don't know how serious that is. We will see in a second. Hopefully it is not too bad. Rushing wise, Wiggins finished on 93 yards and a touchdown. Just a solid game from our superstar running back. It wasn't flash, it wasn't shiny. He struggled a bit, but overall, again, not too shabby whatsoever. Receiving wise, McCole Hardman finished on 147 and 1 touchdown. Cousins 48 yards, no touchdown. Watkins 125 and 2 touchdowns. What a day for McCole Hardman and Quez Watkins. And our number 1 receiver, Jalen Waddle, only finished with 1 reception, and that's because he was injured. I didn't know that. I just thought he wasn't targeted, and considering that would have been early on, that could be a serious injury. We'll have to check that out in a second as well. And defensive wise, what a day. That is probably the best performance I've ever seen any team I've had on Madden do. It was absolutely incredible. Josh Swanson with 5 TFLs and 4 sacks. Avril 3 TFLs and 3 sacks. And then more TFLs for Potter, Jones, Baker, Young and Hatcher. And rounding off the sacks we had Young and Baker. So overall we had 9 sacks on the day, as well as 3 interceptions. That was something truly, truly incredible. However, now let's see if the injuries that we suffered from Hopkins and Waddle were that bad. So Jalen Waddle is out for 3 weeks on the injury report. That's not too bad with how Watkins and Hardman showed up. We're not going to miss Waddle too much by the looks of it. The good news is though, Hopkins isn't on here, so we don't have to worry about missing him, which would have been a disaster. Even though he threw 8 interceptions today, yeah, he's more than shown he's capable throughout the season of being a franchise quarterback. That is the end of this episode whatsoever. We advance to the next stage of the playoffs. Goodbye.